US and Iran exchange fire for the fifth consecutive day as the battle over the Strait of Hormuz intensifies. With Tehran draws a Hormuz red line, US President Donald Trump is weighing options to widen strikes. Iran's negotiator Mohammad Baghir Ghalibaf says that Tehran is in an existential war with the United States. Well, in the latest, Iran has carried out retaliatory strikes with missiles and drones targeting Bahrain, Jordan and Kuwait, which host US bases. Iraq's Prime Minister Ali al-Zaidi claimed that there was an overnight drone attack on the city of Erbil in Iraq, Kurdistan. The attack, which was intercepted, came as Ali al-Zaidi pledged to disarm non-state armed groups. And this was during his meeting with Donald Trump. Iran has drawn a red line for the United States. It has warned that Tehran will crush key targets in the West Asia region if Trump's threats to target the country's infrastructure in the coming days are carried out. And this comes a day after Trump threatened that US forces would target key Iranian infrastructure next week if a diplomatic breakthrough is not achieved. Listen to this.
The criminal United States continues its lawlessness and its efforts to destabilize the region. First, we once again stress that under no circumstances and in no way will we allow the United States, as a foreign and extra-regional country, to interfere in the Strait of Hormuz. This is Iran's inviolable red line.
The US, on the other hand, has launched a wave of strikes on Iran, hitting areas around Tehran for the first time in the current round of fighting. As well as striking other provinces, the US has also said that it fired on a tanker sailing towards Kharg Island, which is Iran's biggest oil export terminal. And according to the CENTCOM, it fired a Hellfire missile at the ship after it ignored multiple warnings. According to reports, Trump is planning to expand US military operations in Iran after days of briefings from top aides. The US president is weighing several options, including stepping up airstrikes, sending ground forces to seize Iranian islands near the Strait of Hormuz, and bombing a fortified site that could be used for covert nuclear work. But Iran hasn't capitulated to Trump's demands that it surrender its nuclear stockpile after weeks of military strikes and an interim deal. The diplomatic gridlock has prompted Trump to ask aides for new escalatory options that could force Iran to surrender or at least promise to stop attacking commercial vessels in the strait. Trump, who hosted the Situation Room meeting, discussed the potential seizure of Kharg Island and other territory along the Strait of Hormuz using US troops, as well as the potential bombing of a tunnel complex at Pickaxe Mountain, a nuclear-linked site that the US is yet to target. Expanding airstrikes against more targets in Iran, including energy sites, also remains a crucial possibility. Though Trump hasn't made a final decision on next steps in the war, he has vowed that Iran will be defeated soon.
The country is booming, and we'll have Iran defeated soon. They'll be defeated very soon. And then I guess it'll be even better. But, you know, even during this, it's been amazing. I mean, to think, so I call it a military operation, but call it whatever you want. It's incredible. It hasn't made a dent.
Now, a green light on either the Pickaxe Mountain or Kharg Island operation would be Trump's riskiest bet of the war. Pickaxe Mountain is located near Iran's heavily damaged Natanz nuclear enrichment facility, and it is regarded as one of the country's most heavily fortified nuclear-related sites. It consists of tunnels built into granite, some 300 to 475 feet beneath the surface of a mountain peak. It is far deeper than Iran's nuclear enrichment sites at Natanz and Fordo, which the US and Israel bombed last summer. The site is believed to be incomplete. The depth of the Pickaxe tunnels means that they might not be vulnerable to direct hits from the US military's bunker buster bombs. Experts say attempting to seize Kharg Island would harm the country's oil industry, but it also would put American forces directly in harm's way. Well, troops would be easy targets for Iranian missiles and drones.